What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we need to talk about, of course, the Chinese New Year event. We need to talk about Tussilago. We need to talk about everything because we're within like the last 24 hours of the event, and I know a lot of you guys out there are still holding on to your scrolls to try to decide, is it worth building her? Is she going to get buffed? Is the event worth even doing? So hopefully this helps you out right here. We're going to jump into first, take a look at the event, kind of go over what we finally decided is worth it in the event and what isn't. And then we're going to go over and talk about Tussilago as a hero. So let's first start off and talk about the event. Of course, we won't really go over the New Year growth plan because that's not really associated with the hero. That's a nice side event. What is associated with the hero, though, is going to be the Lion Dance. So as you see, we did scrolls on our account. We got all the way to 250, literally got the first ever pretty much pay-to-win artifact selection chest without having to spend a single diamond event, which is something to say. That is a big achievement. You're also getting a light and dark chest. You're getting a 9-star puppet chest. You're getting a 5-star selection chest and a bunch of other resources on top of all the gold you get just for using the coins. So this event does require a full quad loop plus 10,000 gems spent in the gift box opening. But yeah, overall, as far as event rewards go, even if you're not 100% wanting to build the hero, it's still not that bad. I mean, the next big event we have is going to be Anniversary, which is about 4 to 5 months away. If you can do this event while also saving up another 2,000 scrolls for that event, it might be worth doing both if you need the artifacts. Now, of course, on the pay-to-win side, once you get over to the right side, you're going to get a lot more pay-to-win type things. You should not go to the right side absolutely, like at all, unless you are buying out the shop. One thing to consider in my situation, I have everything cleared out here. We're 20 away from getting a magic stone sword. Might be worth doing it, but really we need to talk about, is it worth building Tussilago? Is it worth going in? So the gem boxes for those 10,000, not too bad. Of course, the best value box is going to be the light and dark one. You have more of the more meta heroes kind of in this list right here. You can get light and dark 6-star puppets, which is probably the best value out of any chest. Everything else, though, has been a little bit of a letdown. I originally thought the gem boxes would be better. Tons of skins, tons of just regular 5-star heroes at 1,000 gems a pop. Not really worth it, but I would say overall, as far as using your scrolls this event, using the scrolls is definitely worth it. Building the hero, though, that is a whole nother topic. So, of course, the biggest thing to talk about when it comes to Tussilago is she worth building? And right now, the answer is no. So, DH Games has put out quite a few requests for information, wanting to know what players think we should do to make the hero stronger. I believe DH Games also agrees Tussilago just isn't up to par for what a Chinese New Year hero is supposed to be. Because let's be honest, at the end of the day, everybody is expecting the Chinese New Year hero to be the meta hero of the year. We had Carrie last year, who is still very strong in the PvP meta. We had Ada the year before that, which with Void Imprints is actually still making a foothold and having a spot in the meta, as you guys have seen earlier this week. You'll even see later today a bunch of Adas on a team doing a lot of strong work. Even before that, I think it was either Faithblade or Omnivore. They were very strong in their current meta. They stayed there for quite a while. Well, this girl here, Tussilago, isn't doing it. And the big reason is all she provides is damage. There's nothing in her kit that gives her something to help manipulate combat, manipulate the battle, affect the enemy, affect the allies. Absolutely nothing. She is straight up damage. And when a hero only has damage, especially an assassin who basic attack only targets one enemy, they either need to create and have some sort of crazy good support like a Drake, where, you know, Drake has abilities like his defense down and Shadow Alert that help survive, that help lower the enemy's ability to defend. or they need to be someone crazy overpowered high damage, like oh, I don't know, Sword Flash, where if she's going to use her basic attack, there's actually a good chance she might kill the target. Granted, you know, Sword Flash doesn't bring that much else to the team, but she does provide game-breaking, ridiculously strong damage, which is what heroes need to have if they are going to be in the PvP meta and they don't provide any other support. That's really Tussilago's problem. The biggest thing here is her survivability is straight up garbage. It is horrible. We've tried her with Splendid Crowns. We've tried her with Splendid A and Bs. She just cannot survive. This 30% control immunity is completely useless when she's not even living long enough to have a chance for that control immunity to matter. It would have been much better if she had something like 30% damage reduction instead, but hey, it is what it is. Hopefully, if they do decide to buff her, they do more than just slightly increase her damage numbers. She literally needs to have her damage numbers increased through the roof, or they need to make it so that things like her Divine Retribution maybe can go off with her basic attack. Her basic attack needs to hit more than one target, because the biggest counter to her as well are carries. Not only that energy drain, but, well, when her big active nuke that's supposed to be able to one-shot heroes is simply dodged by carries, by drakes, by sword flashes, well, that pretty much makes her completely useless. Something needs to be done. Now, I do believe they will buff her. The thing is, I don't think we're going to get a buff in the very last day of the event. We're going to get the buff after the event ends, which is why I wanted to make this video and talk about her. She just doesn't perform up to par, and I'm afraid the buff will not be good enough. So this is for all of you out there who have been trying to decide, should I build her? Should I keep her? Should I even bother with this event? And the answer is this: if you really want to make sure you're getting these pay to win artifacts, the chest, things like that, then yes, I would do it, because like I said, this is one of the first times you've ever had a pay to win artifact without having to do the event. Really good. Would you spend on this event? Honestly, I am not spending on this event, and I think that says something when I spend on a lot of the big events. I just don't think it's worth it. I think your money is much more well off in cores right now. Buying cores, if you're going to spend, is going to be the best bang for your buck. You're getting Stellar Shards, you're getting Crystal of Transcendence for Asmodel coming out. I just don't see a use for Tussilago right now. So take that with a grain of salt. But please beware. There will most likely be a buff after the event, so you will not be able to get her after the event. I mean, obviously the scroll event will be over. This is your last chance to get her if you want to gamble and see if she becomes a ridiculously strong hero. We saw it happen at last year's anniversary with both Drake and Russell. The week after the event, they finally decided to put a buff in. So if you want to take a probably very good gamble, I would probably get the Tussilago copies. I feel like they will probably make her strong enough to at least have a foothold and have an influence in the meta. Do I think she's going to be ridiculously overpowered? I don't think so, but only time will tell. But I just want to make sure you guys knew there most likely is a buff coming. So you have to decide. Don't listen to anybody else. Don't even listen to me. You decide if you want to take a gamble and see if a buff is coming and if it's big enough. So hopefully this helps you guys out. I just wanted to make sure I got that off my chest today. Wanted to make sure I shared it with you. Just my last final thoughts about the Chinese New Year event. It was a bit of a letdown, but I'm still hopeful next week. Once DH Games is back in the office, they're back working, we're going to see something happen. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Hopefully you guys had a good Chinese New Year. I can't wait to get back in the swing of things with the normal rotation of events. And I'll see you guys next time.